Greetings, Heralds of Hogar. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Cataclismo, Episode 3, Garrison Defense. Alright.
Night is nearly here.
Night's nearly here. And it looks like enemies are coming from the east. Or, sorry, the west as well. So let's get some walls constructed around here as well. And I should probably incorporate gates here. If you don't incorporate gates, what ends up happening is you can run into a situation where you don't have valid paths to exploit resources outside of your territory. So if you're constantly just turtling, you can very well end up in a situation where you can't physically get out of your own terrain, your own territory, and you're stuck. And I don't have a lot of stone right now, so I'm going to be a little cautious about how much more stone I use for this this structure. Something like that should probably suffice. And I have to wait for the stone income to trickle in so that I have enough to finish construction.
We are needed. That's right.
And then in this area, I could always build wood pylons to be able to gain access to the higher sections because I have plenty of wood. That's not running out. I just have a finite amount of stone.
Not enough stone.
So it looks to me like we're really only being attacked from this direction.
We will prevail.
So we'll stack our troops up that way. And the goal is to survive the night.
The pálido shines.
Those sections were kind of in my way, so decided to nuke them. I'm getting 23 stone a minute. But as you can see, it's a rather long run for the stone haulers to get all the way to the castle. I get resources literally when they get there, so the longer the run, the more difficult it is. The other thing I could do is I'm going to send this bowman up here because there is a cache of stone at the top of this tower, and I can grab that as a little bit of added resource. And there's other resource salvage to be found around the map. So I'm going to send the lobber over here just to check out what's there as well. We do have a hole in our wall over here, but there aren't any scheduled attacks for that direction at the moment. So it's a little bit less of an immediate threat. One of the other things that I would benefit from, so I have the game paused for the moment, is a defensive boon, a defensive flag here, so that there's a damage bonus for those that are defending in this area. So I'll build 2 of those. They cost minerals, so you shouldn't deploy too many of them because they're going to wear down your mineral count. And minerals are generally needed for like high tier units and troops and stuff like that. So yeah, there was some cash there that gave me a lot of stone, and that allows me to potentially scale up this wall quite a bit. So actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get Edis off of this wall to use the resources that I just acquired to design this better. So, generally speaking, there's a risk versus reward of going out during the daytime to explore can be very beneficial, but sometimes you'll get daytime attackers. You know, you'll get enemies that come to mess with you during the daytime, so you also still need to leave troops on your walls, because if you leave your walls undefended, then that's a whole different set of problems. And then while I'm working on that, I might as well use some of the stone, because I'm almost at stone max, to just quickly patch this this hole here. Which didn't take very long and didn't cost too much stone. So now that we have a full perimeter of defenses. Some of these Merlins that were scenery I might want to destroy, because they're kind of in the way.
Huh?
The horrors are coming.
Alright, the lobber that I had should come back. The other thing is that you aren't able to build once the horrors are close by. So you will lose access to be able to like add defenses and structures once the horrors arrive. So you should get everything, get all your ducks in a row prior, because if you wait too long, you end up in a situation where if you have incomplete holes or whatever, there's no way to patch it. So here we go. Now we have a range boost and a damage boost from the Merlins and the flag. And then the archer up here has a range boost and damage boost because of Merlins and the flag. So I put a flag up there for him.
Where to?
The bowman gets a huge benefit from high ground, a crit benefit. So I put him up top.
We are needed.
Go low. Okay.
And I'm going to move the lobber over here just to finish off these that are poking at the walls over here. We survived the night.
But this was only a bite at our ankles. They're testing us.
You have no idea, Hogardin. Prepare for more conflict.
Attacks in daylight. After surviving the first night, the horrors know your location. During the day, horrors are not very active, but they will still make probing attacks on your citadel.
Enough to survive the night. We have to put up a fight.
So keep watch. Military. Without a strong army, it's only a matter of time until these fiends break through your walls. It is the Order of Ogar's duty to train men and women to defend against the horrors of the mist. Troops are trained in the military buildings, such as the barracks. The number of troops can be trained is limited to your military capacity. This number will be increased as your settlement develops. By default, troops will rally at the door of the barracks. You can set a new rally point by selecting the barracks and pressing right mouse button to plant a new flag where you want the troops to gather. So let's go ahead and build said barracks. And I'm going to build a barracks back here, kind of out of the way. And then I'll set the rally flag to roughly in the front of the citadel so that I can see where I have new troops. The other thing I want to do is to break down what I've built so far. So what is the...
Yeah. Okay.
All right, this is a 4-meter high damage boost. So this height here is ideal for lobbers. So I would like to leave a path for the lobbers to get here so that they can have their damage boost, and then I can build the other structures up higher for the crit damage boost.
Yeah.
Eyes open.
Yeah.
For Ogar. Huh?
For some reason, I can't get rid of that trap, so I'm just gonna ignore it.
Yeah, good. With the barracks ready, we can start training troops.
So train 2 lobbers. 1, 2. And then, before I actually train those lobbers, I'm gonna research intense training. Improves the range and line of sight of all the troops trained in the barracks. So get that first, and then get my 2 lobbers. So now, if I'm not mistaken, the lobbers should be deployed out here. And then we can... Actually, this needs to stick out a little bit more. Okay. So we can keep building our walls up, but also have this this ledge to give the lobbers access. Of course, they're not going to have like crit flags and the like unless they build them in. The other thing that we could do is to put arch doorways. So an arch doorway allows them to get in position here through the back half. But that still stops the flags from being deployed. But if I stagger the flags, like if I put a flag out here and out here, we can have adjacent benefits. So it's not an ideal design, but it will work. So I can even get rid of this structure so that the lobbers are deployed to that ledge, and then we want archers slightly higher up. Oops, that was a misclick. Control Z is the universal undo. That works here too. And then at 6 meters up at this height, that's plenty high for the archers then to reap their benefits. So something like that. I could even have them have an arch to support.
Eyes open.
Let's send... So once we have those 2 lobbers trained, I will train up some additional archers.
We lack citizens for that.
Also for an exploration team. But for me to add more military, I'm going to need more shacks. I'm going to need more population. So way back here, I'm going to get some houses for our military to use. Does the flags have overlapping effects? No. Not that I know of. Alright, I should probably fix this up so that it's ready to go.
A solid plan.
Oh, we're attacking some midday troops. So now that there are researching improvements. Increase your military capacity by doing research at the Citadel. Many other improvements can be researched. You can find other research projects by clicking any building and inspecting the panel at the bottom of the screen. So here, at the Citadel, I can research basic dormitory to increase the military capacity. The total amount of military troops I'm able to have. So now I have stations for up to 4 lobbers here.
What? A solid plan. What?
Each with range and damage bonus.
We could use some traps around our walls.
Traps. Traps can be set up to damage approaching horrors. Traps are handy, but are destroyed after some use, so you won't get any resource back when recycling them. So here in the tactical, we can lay down some traps. Of course, I don't have enough wood for a whole lot of them, so it's something to be used sparingly. My 2 cents, most of the time, I'm not a big fan of like rolling out a massive amount of traps because they can they can be pretty expensive for their benefit. It's better to kill the enemies using, you know, not burning the resources that you rely upon.
Yeah, right away.
Oh, I thought I trained one more lobber. Oh, yeah, it's coming.
Not enough wood.
This is such a messy wall that I've built.
Yeah. Makes
So there's the
sense.
lobbers. And the archers and 2 of the lobbers I'm going to send to explore more of the map while there's downtime. So let's go this way. Leaving some lobbers behind to actively defend.
Huh?
The pálido shines. For Ogar.
So you can see that the mists are impassable, but I can poke about to see if there's anything else. Today they actually added in a new ability, which is the fast pan. So if you hold left shift, you can pan around more quickly, which makes exploring them, panning around the map a lot easier. Which I really rather like.
Not enough wood.
Alright, let's see if we could do something about our wood scarcity. So if I put a lumber mill here, 12 is a 14. Yeah, that's a really good amount of wood. That will do. And over here we found another camp. Now, before I go any further, there is mineral salvage, but I'm almost full of minerals. So it'd be ideal if I like spent the minerals before going past my maximum capacity. But actually it doesn't look like there's much upgrades to even buy. So maybe I'll just pick that up anyway. The other thing that we could start adding in mass is more shacks. Population is the backbone of an economy, so getting a whole lot of people is going to be really helpful to that end. So I'm just going to pick up the salvage and go beyond my cap, which means that our quarries aren't going to be coring up any minerals that gets added because we're beyond our storage max. Oh, it's ugly as sin. What it will do. So let's start stationing the troops there, readying ourselves for the next big fight.
I'm on it. Post me high. On my way. Yeah, huh? Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
So these guys have their range boost, their damage boost, and the high ground boost, and then the lobbers have their
A unit can't
all their
reach its destination.
boosts as well. Oh, you can't get over there, can you? Let me help you with that.
Uh-huh. Okay. What? Good.
It's functional. Yeah, exactly. We could also place archers up here if we wanted to, because they can shoot down too. They do indeed have a line of sight. But I'm not going to rely upon the like the scenery buildings. I kind of like to build my own, even if they're ugly as sin. Ooh, yep, that needs support. Oh, yeah, I see why I did that, because the flag's underneath. It gets put back. This is not a really high-level wall. The other thing, if you want, I mentioned you can just layer things up if you have enough stone, and I have honestly plenty of stone right now, so I can add yet another layer of walls if I wanted to, so that the enemies would, you know, struggle to get through the thick layers, giving my defenders more time to defend, and then also potentially adding supports to everything.
Not enough wood.
All right. So we have that new sawmill, and that is running. Good. I don't think there's anywhere else to put a sawmill that's easy to defend. The other thing is that I'm assuming that all the enemies come this direction, but that's not true. The enemies will also come from other directions, incoming.
Eyes open. Yes.
So it's going to be useful for me to build up the defenses in the other directions as well. Like this way. So I want to improve these walls so that they're ready.
We will prevail.
Because this is a thicker wall, it's going to be a little bit easier to get
Not enough stone.
higher tiered walls with the defensive flags. The only thing is there's no functional way up, so actually that's not true. This spiral staircase does get up there.
Huh? I've got this.
Good.
Yes.
I'm sending her off to explore alone, but there's not too much trouble that she can get herself into, because
For Ogar.
I have her sticking pretty close to home.
Post me hard on it.
So this area doesn't have any areas that I built in that would benefit from lobbers. So if I wanted to add lobbers in this section, I might want to redesign it a little bit. On medium difficulty, I will say
Not enough wood.
the amount of min-maxing and like perfect defenses that you need is just isn't the case. You don't need things to be like perfect in order to get the
Not
job
enough
done.
wood.
So I'm not too concerned. So now the tutorial wants me to place some spikes, so once I have a little bit more wood, I'll place the 5 spikes that it needs, and we'll trigger the next phase of things.
Low oxygen production.
Where to? Right away.
Good. Those spikes will be useful. What else could we do to better our odds?
We shouldn't neglect the surrounding wilds. There's always useful salvage to be found out there.
Alright. The surrounding wilds, I'm pretty sure I've already tapped for its resources.
The night is nearly here.
And we are getting the last few troops. So taking a look, there are scores
Night will be here
and
soon.
scores.
Let's use this time wisely.
Yes?
Now, if you want to advance to Nightfall, you can trigger the next wave by hitting this button up here, which just sends the next attack. So if you feel like you're ready, and let's just do it. I'm going to trigger the next attack and advance time.
Positions.
Before they get here, I'm put some more spikes down.
Not enough wood.
Yeah? Doing it.
Is there an endless mode? Yes. Now I'm going to guess that this section is going to be better defended because I have a bunch of lobbers with all their benefits. So you can see that without lobbers here, we don't do crowd control all that effectively in this section. Also, resource gain stops. We don't have our villagers move resources during siege waves. So you can't rely upon an income when that happens.
Let's go already. I'm ready. Good.
The valley.
Go low. A solid plan.
We are needed. Good.
I just have a blind spot in defenses here that's fairly solvable if I just move some of the archers to shoot them.
What? Right. Yeah?
And we're done.
Exhausted. Yet, we won. But that arte, this folding of time, I feel...
Lady Iris, take her, quickly!
Insight gained 1. And all the objectives finished.
Where am I? What happened?
You fell unconscious after defending the forest garrison.
Edith, who is coming?
So she told them what she saw. A dream.
Or a prophecy. You're Perla. You are attuned to the Palido in a way none of us are. Your vision is not to be ignored. The horrors will get worse.
Perhaps it is time, Rectora, that we sought once again the Alta Pearl.
The Alta Pearl? Don't talk of that poison chalice.
It is what the girl saw, fabled to be the primal source of the Palido, a way to stop the horrors.
It lies buried with our ancestors. Even those of the Lost Rain could not master such a thing.
There is a risk, yes, but...
Rectora, if this Alta Pearl gives us a chance to undo the Cataclismo, we should seek it.
Edith, I know you're not like the rest of us. But every expedition for the Alta Pearl has... They do not come back.
I saw it. It is... calling me. Your scholar is right. I have to go.
We better prepare our troops.
Let's not be hasty. It's the best chance we have. It will be a death sentence.
Enough! I've made a decision. It will be Edith's duty to travel through the old lands as our new expedition overseer. You will reach the Sea of Mist, and you will travel beyond it, beneath it, in search of the Alta Pearl. Edith, please be careful. Whatever you find out there, promise me you'll return.
I will. The order avails. Hear that, Hamras? I'm in charge of an expedition now. You'll have to listen to me. Anyway, we better prepare.
Thank you for tuning in to Cataclismo, which originally streamed live on Twitch August 13th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you at next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Ogarians.